And welcome back to the DreamHack PUBG Showdown. My name is Sims, this beautiful man is Avenger. And we have just seen Kinguin strike back as they took the third map of the day. Obviously, Liquid taking number 1 and number 2 and setting themselves a substantial amount of kills. And then in the end, we actually in Game 3 still saw Samty at least managing to bag them a top 7 position. We are about to move into game number 4. This is a best of 10. And when we're all said and done at the end of this weekend, 3 teams will be booking their tickets to DreamHack Austin. Game 3, though, nice to see different teams winning. Obviously, different points coming at the top. FaZe creeping into that top 2 as well.
It's super important for FaZe to take this top 3 here because they, you don't want to go into ending this day being in the bottom 6, kind of, especially not FaZe, and that's going to kind of affect them. And I think we're going to be able to see that in the standings as well, that they did get that top 3.
We're bringing them up in just a second. But game number 4, make sure you guys are tweeting this stream using the hashtag as well. Team Liquid still standing strong at the top, 1,331 points. Kinguin, though, that chicken dinner and also those 17 kills puts them 1 point away from hitting the 1,000 bracket mark. Navi still standing strong as well, but now we'll see FaZe obviously jumping up a lot of points with that second place finish. Vitality, FaZe, Rogue, even Imperial with that very wide rotation. They're all knocking on the door of that 3rd place placement. Down at the bottom, though, Red Zone, Havu, Pittsburgh find themselves down there as well, and Noxious. But you know what? Still, no one's out of it. When we look at number 8, you've got Crimson there with 400 points, but everyone else is around the 300, 200 point mark. Red Zone and Havu need to do some serious work. They need at least a couple of chicken dinners under the belt if they want to jump up that table. But at the moment, it's Liquid again. And if you look at Liquid's points, they've not necessarily had a massive jump. They've kind of stayed still because obviously 3 players went down early. Then we just saw Samty just playing for the position on it.
Yeah.
So they haven't really gained that many points, which has kind of allowed other teams to pick it up.
Yeah, of course. And as I said before as well, like we have these 10 games. You need 3,000-4,000 points to make sure that you're in the top 3 here. But also a super interesting thing here, you have the hypothetically after 10 games, there's going to go 3 teams is going to go out and going to go to Austin. So you're going to remove hypothetically the 3 best teams, and then you're going to add 3 more teams as well. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in the next as well. But these 3 teams, I'm pretty sure we're going to see Liquid. I'm definitely sure we're going to see Liquid.
Yeah.
With this, if they keep this up for tomorrow as well, I'm pretty sure we're going to see Liquid.
I mean, to be fair, that game 3 wasn't the best of games for them.
But if they keep salvaging, like
yeah.
if you just keep grinding those salvage, like you keep getting those 100, 150, maybe 200 points, maybe taking a cheeky win tomorrow or today, you're just going to keep on grinding those top 10, top 8 positions here, and you're going to be able to keep this up. 1,000 points, some 1,100 points after 2 games is just insane.
It's ridiculous. And I always kind of think back to IM, for example, of Anger. There were plenty of times where they went out in 16th place.
Yeah.
The very last game, which was all about them winning it, they came dead last. They were gone.
Yeah.
So even coming last, necessarily, if you get enough kills in the bag, if you get enough points in the bag, if you rank them up and rack them up, then you create yourself a nice cushion, a nice buffer, which Liquid did. They're still at the top. Hey, you shake it off. Again, Samty at least playing for a few more points, watching other people. Fuzzfist at the end, that one-in-one engagement. I do have to still give him credit, though. When he saw the 2 players of Kinguin drop down, he held his nerve. He held the trigger and just let them go off, do their own thing.
And that gave him second, basically.
It gave him second, but it also gave him 12 extra points because he allowed the free knock as well. We couldn't see his teammate come back and pick him up. So 12 points, second place placement, good stuff from Fuzzfist. I think they lost Gemty in that game as well early.
They lost Gemty to Vitality early again.
So playing with 3 men to make second place, that's a good effort. And we kind of need to see that from FaZe. FaZe is a team that's so far been... It's the top dog. It's one of the big boys, right?
Yeah, it is indeed. I mean, FaZe is one of the teams you would expect to be in the top 3, and I still expect them to do good. If they're a team to get 4 guys into the end zone and into the end game where you have 30, 35 players live, they just do really good. They frag out. You also saw they got a lot of kills in this game as well. They had a really good house. They were able to look all the way around. And also, they took out Genside. They took out these teams coming out from the zone, and they're just really good at moving. This one here, they were a bit unfortunate with the zone. The zone went super south, and they had to move out from a position where they were safe to a position where they had basically no cover, so they had to snake their way in.
Okay, well, we'll be getting this game number 4 underway. It's about 30 seconds and we'll be launched and ready to go. I can hear the plane in the back getting its propellers kicked up. The interesting one is, will we see any of those bottom 4 teams really make, you know, some sort of stand, some sort of movement? Because it's kind of like when you're at that point, there will come a time in your mind where you think, screw it, we're just going in, lads. We've just got to go in. We've just got to put us foot down and try and get some kills and try and just play aggressive. And it will come to this point where there is nothing to lose but play aggression.
Yeah.
And what they do to the rest of the board is the bigger question. Will they be able to A, work the way up, or B, will their aggression cause problems for other teams that are getting up there, taking them out early doors? Anyway, enough about that. Game 4 is locked, loaded. The server is live. Playing smack bang, kicking things off from Zaki, moving down to the southeast. I'm going to be aiming over Milta. Now, standard residence, you're going to look for FaZe over at Milta Power. Milta will be looking for Vitality. Talk to me about where the rest of the teams you expect them to be landing here, because this is dead center of the map.
Yeah, I mean, and also this is kind of harsh on the teams like Na'Vi going Primorsk. Also in Rogue wanting to go to Snovka or military, but so they're going to change a bit up. We do see Na'Vi, they have jump out, they're going to jump out to the south, and they're probably going to take some cars and go all the way south. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of somewhat the same. Kavorka did indeed spot that Saga is open, so he did bail out a bit early. Noxious is going to be able to take Sereny and shooting range split up there and take that. Otherwise, it's going to be same. North George is going to be Avanga, Kingun's going to be South George. Na'Vi is going to make their way to Primorsk. Yuki and the Plumbers in the Gatka area, same.
Rogue down at the bottom there. They're all mixed up with Vitality, but more than likely just looking for these vehicles so they can make their way. In this kind of position, will they still go military base, or will they think, okay, Novo's open, we'll go Novo because it's closer? So
when I talk to Miniman, and I do sometimes talk to Miniman, of course, when we talk about team strats, they're one of the teams that are saying we want to go military because we do not want to take priority in the zone. We would rather want to have really good loot. It's much more important for us to have all those scopes, have the sometimes level 3 helmets. Also have all the good guns and enough armor to be able to push in, because also you see those zones after when you see that first zone Liquid here, Ibiza stealing a bike, driving away from Genside. Meanwhile,
jacked.
That was a contest for a bike. Of course, these bikes are so strong, so you really want to do that. Liquid have made their way into Naya, so they're going to be able to loot that up really good for them. What was I saying about?
Talking about Miniman and what you were mentioning over.
Yeah, so they want to be super looted and have enough bullets. Also because in the first zone, it's not super important to have a central position. Also because the zones, they shift a lot. They can shift a lot going on the edges. The second zone, on that hand, it's much more important. So Rogue, they sacrifice time. They sacrifice priority in the first zone, going super early to get good gear.
I suppose the only, like you say, that I mean, when you go military, you know for a fact that you're either A, not coming out because you're going to be dead, or you're going to be coming out geared to the 9s, which generally speaking you'll find there's level 3s looted all over the place, so a lot of them will be coming out at least either a chest or a helmet. You're looking at K98s, SKSs, ARs, so snipers, ARs, happy days for days, plenty of ammunition in the bag, plenty of meds as well. They'll all have, it's going to be completely empty, they can do their own thing, and not only that, not only do they go as a team to Military Island, but each person get his own looting area. They can have their own zones, whether you're looking over, you know, the apartment blocks, the garages,
there's so much
loot. There's so many different things, factory, all these different areas, and no doubt within that team they'll have their own. Kind of the same here. Whenever we look to front 6, back 6, for Kinguin, it's one person front, one person back. The rest of them moving further down and further afield. You've always got Hospital in there. Avanga up at the top taking North George, doing their own thing. Kavorka's over all the way up in Zaki. Rignaz and Co. there over at Severny. Usual suspect in Stalbert and Kameshki for Crimson. Liquid Yasnaya as well, just creeping on the edge of the circle. So nice circle for Liquid as well. Potentially might be able to cop for either Crimson or Knights entering.
Yeah. And I mean, this zone is also, this is like those kind of zone that kind of splits up the map. You have the river in the middle, and Riksnäs here is going to go for one of those compounds. So if this zone shrinks north, he's going to have a great position. That's kind of what he's playing for right here. And he's going to get a gifted drop as well.
It's pretty insane how on that hill where he is just above, excuse me, I've completely gone blank, just on the edge when you're looking down, how much coverage you can see.
Yeah,
like how
you can cover so much ground with that.
It's insane. Like you look down the hill, especially if you've got a sniper rifle, just looking down Ros, you can see all of Ros stock because they're all tier 3 buildings. They're all flat top tier 3, so you can go up the top, you can watch them. There's a couple of even nice, just to the, from where he is, just to the right, there's a nice little defilade area that's on the top of the hill. You can catch anybody that's going to be coming straight out as we look towards an AWM for the first crate. Boy, oh boy, two 8 times. That's, I mean, imagine you just kind of like hold them in front of each other and just get this big ass 16 times thing going. Who's going to be the first one coming to that?
It's will actually be
Rick. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Saw that dropping down a bit earlier, so he did spot that, and it's going to be safe. He has a 2-seater.
Happy birthday, fam.
Yeah, let's go Ricks. And he does a little one helmet. He really wished for that.
He's putting the 8. He's taking both 8 times. So
yeah, of course.
One of the
greedy here. And he's gonna leave the M4 behind actually. So he's gonna drop that. He had a double M4. Looting shooting range really gives you that. You're gonna get so much ammo, and you're gonna get so much guns. He had double M4. Being able to drop an M4 at a crate is kind of big burst full. What I was saying before regarding this kind of zone here, or this kind of circle here, you have such a split up map because people will not put all their money on one side because you really need to see the next zone. Is it gonna go south of the river? Or is it gonna go north? Because that's so important in the rotations here. So Liquid, for example, I don't see them coming in super early. All the other guys, they're gonna take a chance, go into the middle of the zone. DC has moved off of Pochinki. They have gone to the compound north of it.
We always talk about like how sometimes going in early or moving away early can kind of cost you loot and such. When we talk about loot, we talk about your guns and what you've got attachment-wise, and you know, a level 1 helmet, level 1 chest. They're not great. You want to be looking for level 2s and above, absolute minimum. The one thing that I find for most of these teams is 100% the scopes. Like, there's nothing worse than entering like that 4th, 5th circle, and you have you're just packing a holo and a red dot. It's like, where's the 4 times? When you can't get these, I think that's kind of an issue in itself. When you can't pick up the scopes necessary for the guns, it doesn't matter what attachments you have on it. If you can't hit people at range when you can see them, that's where it becomes a real problem. For me, that's where the M16 kind of comes into play. Red dot on a 16 single fire, it's pretty beautiful.
It's good. It's so stable as well. And also, I mean, it's beautiful in the M4 as well. I like the M16, but I like the M16 for other reasons as well. The burst, we have an extended mag and the burst. The rate of fire on that thing is just insane. Just like breaching compounds with that. If you have a compensate on it and an extended mag, you have 40 bullets and you just tap, 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 tap. And at the rate of fire, that gun is going to destroy anybody else.
What's scary is, I mean, it kind of, A, vehicles, tap firing vehicles down is nuts. But B, if you just accidentally come face to face somebody, spray down, like from the hip fire on a 16, tap fire, it's nuts. It just bodies people.
Yeah. Aim at the chest and the bird is gonna take it up here. Gaxi takes 2 shots at the Noctiv. They're making their way into the ruins here. The team's already rotating here. Gaxi is taking a top spot here. And Noctiv taking some damage. Oh, he's going to something. He's gonna have to bail out of that. Taking this early position in the ruins here, and the castles is actually super important when you have this zone. This zone is split up between the north and the south, so these guys are going to be able to rotate either north in the water and come first on the other side, or being able to have a mid position and rotate south when they have to. So castle is kind of underplayed in the early stage, I think, but you have a really good position on it, as you see here on these.
Looking across the board. 16 and a 4 times. Happy days for him, especially on the single fire. Should be able to potentially connect with somebody. Havu have joined the fray as well. They're deep inside the centre. Looking across Crimson, they'll be working their way down very, very soon from Pochinki. Knights move in. Anonymous. Boom goes the vehicle. And it actually, I think, a Noctiv. He's fallen over. It wasn't it was a...
Maybe just
because the vehicle hit him, or the explosion may have... He's done something anyway, but they'll push him back at least. He did get knocked from fall damage, or car damage. Mino gets the call. You can see the circular dot on the noise. That's an AKM and a 4 times. Has given away his position. An Noctiv will fall. A Vanguard. First team to lose 1 person. Kingwin. Gaxi comes in again. Vard back onto Mumino, so that's another knock. Problems here for a Vanga.
And a really split position here. And all these teams already making their way in. Gaxi is going to try to execute. Anonymous with that nade is going to hit that nade, maybe? Oh, it's split too long. Yuki also on the side.
Momino's dead. Yuki Thomas joining in the party. Got to be careful, though, because there's a one-man band here. 3-play stepping up. He steps back, though. Needs to get the finish on this one, at least get himself some points. He's down. Teammate does get shot in the back. He gets the flush, though, so he at least picks up some points before he goes. He gets the trade, 12 for 12.
Bard is knocked as well. Larsen's going to step back here and get his mate up. Anonymous taking shots as well. And this is kind of a three-man fight here. Keen is north of him. Deez is north of him, and they're firing upon him as well.
I respect the flush. You might as well at least get 12 points before you go down, because you can hear multiple footsteps. You know that unless you're going to pull some kind of god spray off and smash everyone's faces in, you've at least got to do something before they do come down upon you and start raining fire. Crimson's going to play the late game still in Kameshki. Hopefully they've got vehicles, otherwise they're going to be in trouble. Lockwood and Co, they've made their way in, just outside of Yasnaya to the north. People are getting dead center here, Martin.
Really
look
dense.
at this.
Yeah.
Super dense.
Look how slow FaZe is as well to play this. They want to play the edge, and they really want to find out, okay, is it gonna go north? Is it gonna go south? Where are we gonna put our X? Which basket are we gonna put it in? Same with Navi, playing super slow. They're southwest of Pachinki, playing that.
60 players squeezed.
Yeah. I think it must be like 50 players in 20% of the center of the zone here.
Fuzzfaith just asking for a lift, but he gets denied.
Yeah, it's
just
like,
sent away. Nope, you go get your own car.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4 vehicles.
Take your buggy, mate.
Happy days for them. And it's always good having 4, because it means that if one of you at least gets killed, all the rest of your teammates can just carry on.
Yeah.
They'll come in a little bit later, but they're going to be careful because they're going to be hitting several teams. There's going to be nowhere to go here. Absolutely nowhere. Every single piece of prime territory, it's going to have a bunch of happy campers just chilling in there.
Look how they stopped and scouted, and they pushed their way into the zone, moving further into the zone by getting the info if there's players in these compounds. So they're just making their way in slowly, taking a decision here. And they are now at the gas station. Next zone is going to pop, and it's going to be a 50-50, slightly favoring the north here. And look how open the west side is. The west side. And this is going to happen now. FaZe is going to go on the Yasnaya bridge, and they're going to go all the way on the other side. GMT, I'm 100% sure GMT has made a call of, guys, look at this zone. It's going to pop northwest. We want to be on the western side and make our way in there. And they're going to make that straight now. Pete as well, making their way. They're on the other side of the map, and look at this, FaZe making their way as well.
Rotations come through, and as you mentioned, all of that northwest side is open. Deez comes in onto Stab, gets the knock, Gent side. Egypt up, looking straight across. Tank Buster drills away with a 7.62. At least lands one onto Jazza, but no kill will come through. Lockwood onto Jempty. That's a headshot. That's a finish as well. 1-2, thank you. Jempty again, third time. First person from FaZe dead early on. Yeah. I say early on, it's not actually early on. They got caught off in rotation this time round, but I feel sorry for Jempty, man.
Yeah, they're really losing their scout here. On the scouting position here. But look at FaZe. They're super unlucky. I mean, they don't expect them to be gatekept like this, but Crimson is really in a position in these zones to do that. And also...
Can I just interrupt you and kind of flip something on his head there? With him dying so much so early on, is that doing his job for the team?
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's saving 3 other guys. He's really, like, he's scouting here. But I mean, we're not going away from this scouting meta, but it's so important to keep your 4 players alive in the end game. It's really what's going to win you the first place, second place, instead of you might be going out as third and fourth, because having 4 players is so important. But everybody's in the water town here. We see Red Zone, we see DC, we see a lot of these teams close to the water town.
Watertown, Venice, Sunken City, Atlantis. The amount of names I hear from this place.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite hard to traverse through, though, in the center of it because of the water. It's just really sluggish unless you can kind of get out on the bank side of it.
Yeah.
Further afield.
It's super center, and it's like it's a compound that it's a town where you have so many compounds where you can be and easily enter and easily exit as well. So it's a good place to be when it's at that center, of course. Crimson here, they're still on this hill, and they're like waiting for the zone to close, and they're gonna kind of go with the zone, make a decision, scout out, kind of play like this slow play, come slow into the zone. And they play this style no matter if it's Miramar, Erangel, whatever map it is, and who they play against, they're going like playing super slow. And then when the third and fourth zone hits, they're gonna make a play.
Still that west side, very, very open. Center, no one really wants to move, because if they do make a move, they're going to get battered from the windows. Let's take a look where Liquid are. Current top of the board. Just up to the northeast side. Several vehicles. Samty's going to go off and take a quick peek at the compound. Interesting to see that none of... And this is something we haven't actually seen, really, from Liquid. This is a different play. They don't really take... I've noticed. They're not taking compounds. They're playing in the open.
Yeah. They're outside. They want to keep their vehicles, and they are playing outside until they have to. So like in the third and the fourth circle where the zone gets too small where you're not able to play outside, then they start going for the compounds or crashing and breaching.
What are the positives and negatives of playing that kind of style?
I mean, the positives are you're usually able to keep your back clear, and you're usually able to keep your cars, which is super important for the rotations, but also if this zone keeps shrinking away for you, you have to, at some point, you have to breach a compound. And if it's too late zones, then they're not going to be able to, and they're going to lose players. Vitality is going close to Liquid here on the eastern side of the map. Crimson making the big rotations outside in the blue, trying to come in this western open zone where we've seen FaZe taking the north side of the map as well. Knights are there too.
I think he may have just clipped his wheel as well, because you saw the car spin around. I think Knights may have actually popped a tyre. If you do pop a tyre now, since a couple of patches ago, it does some serious damage to the vehicle. The vehicle can switch itself and kind of flip on a little bit of a pinhead. However, all 4 players of Crimson, they are alive. They've made it out. Yeah.
Next zone has popped, and it looks like it has popped away from them as well. And they're just staying on the edge here. They did pop a bit more west as well, so FaZe, they're going to try to make a way here, trying to get a bit more into the zone and try to scout their way into it. Liquid, on the other hand, they're also trying to make a way, and they're going to be rotating straight north of Noxious. Taking fire here, Ibiza.
He's praying.
He's praying.
He's getting absolutely battered, but then again, you know, he is up in the distance. He is taking the road. He's got the tree line. Here come all 4 members of Liquid. All on vehicles. Can they all stay alive though? Scoom's half health. He's tapped up 50%. The bullet's getting smashed through. They're now going to run the gauntlet here. Sun Touch finds them as well. All these silenced weapons just raining down hell upon Liquid as they try to make their way center of the map. We're following through. No one's gone down yet. Scoom is heavily damaged. They're all pulling up just beyond that side there. T-Bone, Kavorka, they see Shiv and the rest of Vitality on the move. That sounds like a Kar 98 to me, going whacking off. They'll try and punch their way through this one, but no targets will be found. They are still in the circle, though, so they do have it, but they're on the very, very edge. Oh, Vitality turning up to Liquid.
They're going to be stopping here. Scoom is low health. He's going to go under the bridge. He's going to heal himself up a bit here. They only survived this because they had 4 bites. Shiv is taking fire still from behind and from front. Scoom firing upon Shiv here.
Needs to work his way back. A, try and keep alive and get some more cover. B, make sure that that vehicle doesn't blow up and take him out. However, the vehicle rolls away. His cover is removed. He goes down. Shadow falls. 12 points for Liquid. Samty the one to seal the deal. AB gets pushed back. No health whatsoever. But he can get to the side of this, underneath the bridge, bit of the troll under the bridge. You can get right up in the crack and in the crevice, as you can see from Scoom on the opposing side there. So you can. It's a really good place to heal up. It's also a good place to kind of take at the moment.
And look how centered it is as well. This is a really good position. I mean, the water is kind of what's safe, but still, Liquid is not a team that want to go water. They want to be the first team, like under a bridge, or able to gatekeep others from coming into the water and take those kills. FaZe, on the other hand, have made their way, and they do not like playing the water. They want to stay on foot, and that's what we're going to see them doing. Knights have made their way into the zone. They're on the western side of the zone, also close to the river here, but still inside the zone. Crimson also in the zone. DC, on the other hand, they're kind of struggling getting into. They're not sure if the ruins are open or not, so they're trying to
right next to them, isn't there?
Sorry, what?
There's literally a team dead next to them. It'd be good to actually see. We'll stick with this one for now, but I'm sure over in the ruins there were 2 teams literally on each other's doorstep. Yeah, you can see there. Look, team number 4.
Yeah, I see.
There's team another team literally team next 15. To them, Celis and co. So there should be a bit. There we have it. 14 and 15. Thank you, observers. Red zone going to try and breach here. up into the castle. Welcome to the danger zone, boys. D steps up, tags him, knocks him down. Froz is gone. 1, 2, make that 3. They're going to wipe them all out. Driven has to run, and they're all dead.
And Hayes joined that fight in the end with the last shot on Gavrin. Hayes and Anonymous, the guys from the Plumbers, they are in the church praying for more plungers as gifts. The next zone is going to close slowly here. Rax has made his way, and he's actually lying just between all of Liquid here. Just trying to snake, making sure that he's going to tank those placements. But yeah, that is red zone again out in 16th. That's the second time.
I mean, just kind of pushing up like that, all 3 of you in a row, it's not exactly, especially when you know when you get to the top of that castle, they have literally a brick wall in front of them. Their whole, their chest, their legs, the only place that's on show is their shoulders, their neck, and their helmet. If they've got a level 3, they've got the upper hand, they have the advantage, so kind of approaching it from that way isn't good. Circle Shrinks, Kinguin, and Liquid sitting strong. They have the, what I like to call a little god compound there.
Cubes.
See, we're up cubes, exactly. On the opposing side of cubes, if you want to gatekeep, you do have the Harry Potter Tower as well. Drinny's onto the Plumbers. Paloma comes in as well, knocks him out, finishes him. 12 points going the way.
Yeah, Pajama Nota from Navi securing another 12 points, and they are that's such a killing squad. They have so many kills, and they just kill. FaZe here, pushing Imperial.
Ooh.
Monkey is also like kind of lurking on the side. He's making sure that he's staying there without rotating away from this. They're inside this zone. Kind of want to make sure that nobody's there. Meanwhile, you also have Real Six, Kavorka, T-Bone making their way in as well. So this is going to be a 3-way fight. Suntouch has sniffed it out. They're less than 50 meters away from each other in the northeast here.
Rogue onto the side of Havu. Ewan comes in to finish off the knock. 12 points going the way of Rogue there. They can see them across the water from them. Suntouch does get pushed back. He thinks, okay, don't really necessarily want to take this fight. There's a level 3 vest, there's not a level 2 helmet. T-Bone straight in on Cloudtail. Knock comes through. Will we see a finish off? Pid's there also. Still going to leave the knock, and they're going to back off. That could be the warning shots they needed. Yannick onto Jordsky. That's an insta. Bangs him in the face. He's dead. So Rogue at the moment causing all kinds of problems for Havu as they're trying to run away. Downhill, though, look at Cloudtail. He's in a rough position. Yeah, he's finished.
Driving straight towards FaZe here.
Uh-oh.
They're going to try to go for the water stretch right here. 2-2-seater. Sunsets taken out by Hexetti. Going to try to finish that as well. Hexetti getting another 12 points for FaZe. They were in a really tough spot between FaZe and Toxicity. Oh, Vic from Genside taking out Hexetti. He really opened up himself there.
Yep.
Voxic.
Bail it. That's one way to bail it. This bridge is going to be a mess. Drayden's cooking an aid though, and he's going fishing. In it goes. Will it find a target? They're bloody well close. It doesn't. They just skim off to the left-hand side, but they can pin him down. He's going for more. They're all splitting up. Grenades there. Just a little bit too far. It looked good from the angle. I'm not entirely sure, Mr. Killfeed, whether or not Hexetti actually did get finished off, but certainly FaZe were in a bit of a rough position. There were 3 teams all around them, so there were nowhere really for them to move.
Yeah.
We'll see how this works further. Knights can just hold DC here for as long as they want. Just go for a quick swim, see where they are.
Yeah. Kinguin as well, they have still the really good position here, but DC and Knights are really fighting for this, and DC's are really out swimming. They have one team in the Harry Potter, as we see on the minimap on the southwest, so he's still inside, but this zone is pushing him. Ewan, he has to make a move here. He has tried to smoke up. What's going to happen there?
Ewan takes out Havu. Havu finish in 15th place. Again, these bottom teams you were talking about still finishing bottom. It's not good. They need the points. They need the placements. Voxic onto Milu with a grenade there in the kill feed. Ewan's going to come in from DC. It's going to really hurt here. He's going to have to work his way, but shots are going to come down. Gaxi again. This man's playing like a beast at the moment.
Gaxi is a frag on that team. 10 kills last game for the win as well. 5 of them was nade kills. This man can really surely frag out. Gaxi's going to finish Ewan. James shooting Obie. EB taking some shots at Pete and Hayes. They are from 2 different teams. They're out swimming as well. But the zone has shrunk and it's away from the water. Rogue on the eastern side making their way into this. Noxious also on the eastern side. North though, they're making their way into this as well. Vitality has 1 member left on the south side, close to the water, and 1 inside the zone. Hexetti's been taking out Kavorka, and they're in a really strong position on the northern side of the map here. But Noxious, they're making their way into the zone behind them.
Really good res from FaZe to get Axeti up. He comes in with a kill as well, so not only do they keep the player alive, they bag themselves 12 points as well. Vic over here, double barrel on his back, only a level 1 bag as well, so he can't be carrying either much ammo or much health. And look at that, lo and behold, literally 1 bandage, nothing you can do, completely flushed into a million pieces. NBS comes in. Headed on as well.
Oh, Ekidol!
Go plate launcher. This could be the end of Crimson. They've got to be careful.
Trying to nade them, hold them outside the zone. They have 2 knocks. Genside has to make a move here. Philo is making a move as well. Pybus is taking out. NBS is taking out. That is Crimson out of the game. What an insane push from Genside right here.
Is that potentially BYOC DC gone as well?
That might be DC out as well. We're down to 32 alive, so half of the server is out, but still 12 teams is alive.
I did see DC BYOC in the kill feed and then move down, so it might be that I'm looking across. I don't see them, so Digital Chaos, not the best of game for them. Gaxi again in the kill feed. Somebody please stop this man. Pokemolody, I'm sure that's a ghillie suit. I believe that's a bushwalker. Looking straight across, trying to tap him and see if they can find his face just on the side of the rock. Ibiza though. Vitality, Araxe hits the water, hits the deck. Unfortunately, he's gone, gets finished off and flushed out. Straight across here, Gax is still going for more. The Plumbers, they finished in 12th position. Hayes gets a bullet to the brain from Scoom. He says thank you very much with the scar. 29 players remaining. 11 teams still on Erangel. Everyone coming out of the water, though. So this could be potentially just the killing fields, Martin, if the right team is the right angle.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, here, Knights, they have to make this move here. They're outside the zone, but they have to make this move. And Navi's there as well. Liquid is there as well. Everybody is just trying to fight here. Liquid is probably in the best position, trying to gatekeep Navi right now.
That's big. Scoop onto Drain. He's taking out, you know, Liquid looking at one of their biggest enemies there. In the form of Navi. Pokemolody getting shredded up here. Can they see it through? Jeems. Pokemolody, Drainage, they're down, they're dead.
Sherry is the last member alive right now. Navi, he has to make a move. Taking down to 20% HP, he's going to drop to the deck, and he's going to be taken out by Samty. That is Navi taking out a 9th position right now.
And not only that, that's Navi taken out by the #1 team, Liquid. That helps them out, keeps their enemies off the back, but also, what's that, 48 points in the bag?
Yeah.
So not only do you knock one of your enemies down in placements, you bag yourself 48 points as well.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Jazz are taking shots here at FaZe. FaZe in an open position. They have to cross to this ridge here. Still, T-Bone is on the back. He's going to be in a lurker position here. He's going to make a difference. Samty taking out Krama, Voxic as well. Samty going ham right now. Voxic and Krama is taking out from the Knights, flushed and finished. That is 1 or 2 members left on the Knight team. Liquid really popping off again this game.
It's scary. It's scary. Yannick onto T-Bone.
That is Noxious out.
Yep, that's an insta-kill, so we're down to his final 7. Jeems no helmet, so he's been pretty tagged heavily. Does have 2 stims on at least. Scoom's on a stim, he will have a little bit of a speed boost. Level 2, happy days for him. Tap, 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 he'll try and shoot through the smoke, see if he can pick off Survivor.
He was taken down to 1% HP, surviving that. That is a survivable move right there. Ibiza, they have to make a move now. The zone is starting to push on them. Remember, this is competitive circle setting, so this is not what you see at home. They're moving a bit slower, being able to make these plays. Rogue, they know that Liquid is down here. Liquid is going to take some fire, trying to push them away, make sure they can get into the zone. Rogue is actually standing right onto Monkey as well from Vitality.
Look at Samty's position.
He's on the flank.
That is a huge flank. If Samty can pull this off and get a couple of knocks while the rest of his teammates push up, this would be absolutely unbelievable. Vitality, they're currently in a fight with them. Monkey's dead, Vitality are gone. They're out in 7th. He comes up. Samty, it's time to strike. He looks for the flush, doesn't see it through, but they've got the knock now. Jazz is turning around the backside. He's got to be careful of this one. He jumps up, he'll poke. Samty gets hit from behind. He falls down. This is what they needed from Jazza. Flush comes through. Easy points there. 12 in the bag. Sees Scoom as well. Maybe just hiding the... No, they haven't. They don't know where he is. He turns around the side. Scoom says, hello. Welcome to the party as well. You're an easy kill from me. Liquid. They're doing it again, Martin. They're just wiping teams from Erangel.
They're really pushing here. And the zone is pushing Rogue now. FaZe lost Hexedia again. Phosphis and Mexi, they are inside the zone, but Liquid knows this. They now have some cover here with the trees and with the smokes. Are they going to make it? Phosphase is going to make a run for it. They're actually pushing here with nades. Liquid knows that Phosphase is here. Are they going to try to push? Meanwhile, Genside is on the northern side of the map.
Killed him. That's it. GG.
That's a knock on Phosphase. Phosphase knocked James and EB. Phosphase and Mexi is still alive. Haxetti did get flushed though, so that is Skoom alone. He has to make a way into trying to take James up. They are inside this zone here, but Phosphase is going to pull out from this, disengage from this fight. Now, Kingwin is going to make a move out the cubes here, pushing onto this. 10 people alive, 4 teams.
All this has been going... Oh, my word. Fuzzface. Kobe, 2 for 1. Thank you very much. Liquid, they're down in 4th. They're out. They're gone. He picks up 2 of them hiding in the smoke. Cooks a grenade. Mexi's still there. 2 players here. And again, this is FaZe doing what they've done in the previous game, Martin, where they lose a player initially and early on, they're back into the top 3.
Yeah, indeed. FaZe here. Larsen lost 1 member. Kingwin lost one member. Larsen here, there. And this zone is also really rough.
Wow.
Mexi is going to finish Larsen. Now, Genside is going to make a move on Kingwin as well. This is a 3v2v2. Kingwin has 1 player inside the cube area still. Vard is trying to gatekeep as well. And now Andrea from Genside going to stim up a bit, and then he's going to make a move for it. Phosphase on the white flank here, trying to make a move on the Kingwin as well.
8 times in the M4. Gaxi does find Genside, though, at least gets a knock onto 1 player, sees him up on the top, will go for the finish as he looks through the grass, sees it, connects. 12 points there more for Kingwin. Happy days for Gaxi. Sitting on 7 kills here. They're laughing at the moment. Kingwin and FaZe and Liquid all playing fantastic PUBG right now. FaZe just kind of seeing how this one works out. Kingwin do have to move, but they do have a deflator they can play off the back. Mexi might get an angle here. We saw him long range earlier on. And just, I think, with laser beaming straight onto Larsen. Fuzz taking the higher angle at least. 2v2v2.
And really, Kingwin with this superior position right now. Mexi's going to take some shots as well. Genside are the guys in the pinch right now. Phosphase has spotted these guys. He's going to knock 1. He's going to take the other. He's going to drop to the floor. Phosphase taken down to 30% HP. He has to heal. The zone is pushing him as well. Philu has to make a run for it. And he's going to push. He's going to push into him. Gaxon has hurt this, so he's going to finish. He's going to steal. No, he's not. Gaxi's finished off Philu. This is a 2v2 right now. Oh, Phosphase taken out, knocked by the play zone. This is a 1 versus 2. They're going to
take all of Mexi's skill to do this. Spots 1, knocks 1, looks for the second, comes down the corner. He's got no helmet. If he hits this, it's a 2 versus 1. This all comes down to Mexi now. Which way is Vard going to go? If he gets this, this would be truly incredible to be able to perform like that, spinning a pinhead. They're just kind of playing with each other. He's got the angle.
Oh my God, Mexi!
In the head. Dinks him, knocks his helmet off, finishes it off. Mexi, 2 versus 1, clutches the round.
For FaZe. This is what FaZe needed. 10 kills. FaZe with the win. Super well played by them. But again, look at number 2. Gaxi. 6 kills. 8 kills in total for Kingwin. Taking a second.
That is absolutely unbelievable. And you know what? Credit to FaZe. They needed that win. That might now really push them. Just kind of, I don't know the scores. I'm not going to even guess them. It might push them above Kingwin. But at the end there, to clutch a 2 versus 1 scenario, it was... Everything was against him because he was so far up, you know, so far out in the open, excuse me. That player will have had an angle on him to be able to lean, nail him instantly, completely eliminate him and not give the other player any time whatsoever. I mean, he didn't have a helmet, so he's probably lost that in an earlier engagement, earlier fight. But he kind of knew that, so he kind of just kind of played off the bank of it, let him play around for him a little bit, lean left, lean right, and then all of a sudden the headshot come through. So to clutch that win, like, I mean, what's that? That's another...
That's 100 points.
100-point kill. 1 kill, so he gets him 12 for the kill. So 100, literally 112 kills.
And the other guy was knocked. The other guy was knocked, so that's 100. That's a 124 fight. 124-point fight right there. Mexi won. It's insane.
Wow.
Well played, Mexi.
That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see. So this scoreboard has just become potentially a hell of a lot tighter. These top teams that we said, these Titan teams, we wanted to see them perform. Yeah. And that's what they're doing. I mean, still, Liquid went out in 4th, I want to
Yeah,
say.
I think so. Liquid must be number 1. I think FaZe must be in the top 3 as well. I also think we have Kenko in the top 3. And because Liquid took out Na'Vi that early, I think that might have pushed him down to like in a 4th or 5th position. But we're going to see that.
But as well, with them taking him out, and we kind of said this, that was 48 points in the bag. So they were racking up, while they were taking out these top teams, they were still racking up points and points and points. Wow, this is what we wanted to see. We only have one more map remaining here for Saturday. I want to say thank you very much to all of you for joining us here. These are some of the best teams in Europe, and honestly, we didn't expect any less. We've had some banging circles so far. We've had some banging players from players individual performances. Fuzzface with the 2-for-1 on the grenade, just cooking it and throwing it into the smoke, eliminating Liquid. Because if he wouldn't have done that, Liquid could have had time to rotate around. Because when you look at the position where they were, he was essentially, that's where they moved through.
He knocked before as well. He knocked EPN teams by firing at them. So potentially here, Fuzzface doing a 1v4 alone versus Liquid. It really shows the skill of this man.
Individual players you have to be scared of, because you know, a 4v1 isn't easy. But it's more than possible. If you have the right gear, the right guns, and more importantly, the right spray control and skill, you can quite easily do it. So you have to be prepared to take those fights, and you have to be very, very careful when you do. Guys, Game 4 is all wrapped up. We'll get the scores loaded into the server, and we'll get you bringing you the scoreboard in a couple of minutes' time. For now, though, before we get into our final map of the evening, we're going to take a very short break. Don't go anywhere. See you in a second.